Logistics and warehouse management is a multi-billion industry, and due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this sector is expected to grow even further in the next few years. Hi, my name is Alwin, and today I'm visiting one of my clients who is predominantly in the e-commerce business. The idea of today is that I will be sharing with them some tips on what they can do to build an efficient warehouse so that they can get ready for their expansion. Alright, let's go!
We first need to talk about your warehouse layout. So, let's say you have shelving. Maybe you have an inbound loading area and an outbound loading area, a receiving station and a packing station, and maybe an assembly or workstation where you can manufacture items or work on your bundlings for your business. So the first concept or the first step is to create zones or areas. This helps you organize your warehouse and increase work efficiency overall. This is especially true during the picking process because what you want to do is to be able to move things out of your warehouse as quickly as possible in the shortest amount of time. Now, there are two clear zones in this video, and there is A zone and B zone. Next, we define rows. This should be intuitive so that the items can be found easily and you can navigate around very quickly. More importantly, this should follow your picking patterns. Let's take a look at row 02. In this example, we define location based on columns and rows. So in this case, we have 9 locations. In this example, the location of the box highlighted is in Zone A, Row 02, Bay 102, Level B. Simple? Now, you can think of them as addresses to your storage. Now, let's make it more interesting. Within each of these locations, you can also have sublocations. Example, in this location, you can have sublocations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and up to 25. That means you have 25 smaller locations. Now, within these sublocations, this is where you put your bins. For those of you who are new to bin or the concept of bin, you can think of a bin as a physical but permanent box that is stored in a sublocation. The bin will be used as your storage location. As you can imagine, you will probably be storing much smaller items or loose items, especially if you're in the e-commerce or B2C business. Then you can give the bin a number or a label in case you want to scan them later. Or in our case in SmartB, we always use it as part of the warehouse management system. Now, this is known as a fixed bin location. There are two other types of bin location concepts. The next one is a loose or virtual bin. Unlike the first bin location, it is the items that are registered to this location. As you can guess, for this to work, the items must already be a serialized barcode or something equivalent. For example, a book that has a registered barcode. This can be a loose item. Hence, it doesn't need to have a fixed bin. Also, the system would have already registered them as a normal fixed bin. But in reality, they are loose and the picker would know where to find them when needed. Finally, you have what we call a movable bins. These bins are not fixed to a specific location, but instead they are tied to one or a mixture of products. Here's how it works. Let's say you have a pallet that came into your warehouse, and you look inside and you see that there is a large shipment of soft toys. Now you take this pallet and move it, or you transform it into a movable bin. And all you need to do is to scan the pallet into the system, print out a bin label, and stick it to the pallet. Now, instead of having a full address of the bin location, like the above, these bins would just have a simple number. That's because these are movable bins and they're not tied to a specific location. Now that you've labeled the bin, you can put it away, but when you store the bin somewhere, make sure to scan the bin label to a location. And now the system knows where the bin is stored. The great thing about these movable bins is that you can bring the bins to various zones or workstation. Each time you move the bin, you just have to scan the bin to a new location, and the system will know. Once you're done with the work, you can either move the item back to the original or initial location, or you can move them somewhere else. Right? Easy. Now, just a quick recap. There are 3 types of bins that you can use in your warehouse, and these are fixed location bins, loose bins, and movable bins. Also, in this video, we've used A and B zones as examples. You can also, in your own business, add other zones based on your needs. Say, for example, you're in e-commerce. You might have rejected or repair zones, or you might have testing or QC zones, and so on and so forth. If you're a manufacturer, you might think about raw material zone, work in progress zones, and finished goods zones.
Okay, so hope you've learned something new today. Thank you for watching, and make sure to follow us on SmartB Solutions YouTube channel. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click on the notification below. Okay, hope to see you soon.